Wow, wow, wow. Love that intro. Hello, BFOD squad. Welcome back to episode number 46. Yeah, coming up on a year. Oh, and y'all thought I wouldn't make it. Ain't no stopping me now. So you guys ready for some music, movies, and some other funky ass shit? Okay, then, here we go. Now, last week, I gave you a movie quote, kind of a softball. Why is he calling me meat? I'm the one driving a Porsche. Of course, that's from Bull Durham, the movie that I discussed. So I kind of gave it away, but I love that quote. Got a new quote for you. See if you can guess the movie. What we do in life echoes in eternity. What we do in life echoes in eternity. Another great quote. Great quote. By the way, I hope you got the answer to the question that I asked a couple of episodes back. If eggs are 12 cents a dozen, how much do 100 eggs cost? Well, if you think about it, 12 cents a dozen, that means they're 1 cent each. So 100 eggs would be 100 cents, which we know as $1, at least in the US of A. And what about the saying that I related to you? A man cannot step into the same river twice. And primarily what that means is the man stepped in the river once, but that man has changed since that point in time. He's acquired wisdom. You know, some of his body cells have been changed out. And same with the river. You know, river currents, they change that river. So I guess that's it. I do like that though. Okay. Music. Well, you know me, I've been doom scrolling again. That's where I get a lot of my ideas, so it's not a bad thing. And there was an English band. They had a huge hit in the mid 1980s. And the name of the song is titled Your Love. Any guesses? Need another hint? Well, the first lyric in that song is Josie's on a vacation far away. You got it now? That's right, it's the Outfield. That song is from their album Play Deep, which went double platinum in the USA and triple platinum worldwide. It was their signature song, and it has been covered over 1,000 times. It's pretty impressive. Oh, unfortunately, that was their only big hit, and any further releases, they disappointing responses, low sales, in other words. But that song, Your Love, I mean, it always strikes a chord with me. I really enjoy hearing it. It's fun to watch the first time listeners during my doom scrolling with their headphones on, and they're listening to the song and their heads are bopping, and they're really getting into it, making a lot of great comments about it. But alas, they are in the grouping of one-hit wonder, and I'm not going to spend any more time on them. So here's another English band. that I really like. You may or may not have heard of them. They're called 10cc. Now, they're a quartet, and each member is a multi-instrumentalist, a singer, a songwriter, and a producer. So there was a lot of talent there before they formed 10cc. Now, they had numerous hits. Their breakout song is titled I'm Not in Love. Very classic song. Now, the lyrics tell of a man trying to convince himself and or his girlfriend that he's not in love with her. Here's one such lyric. I keep your picture up on the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. Now, this song is known for its innovative and distinctive backing track, which is composed of mostly multi-track vocals, kind of a wall of sound thing. And this was accomplished by 3 of the members singing each note 16 times, resulting in a choir of 48 voices. Pretty impressive. Now that is some cool and innovative shit, but my favorite song by them is very different. It's called Dreadlock Holiday, and I love it. It's very different because it is a reggae song, and it's based on actual experiences that the band members had in Barbados and Jamaica. Now, this song was a major hit, but mostly in Europe. Now, I latched onto it when I heard a college band playing it in a bar one night. Now, the lyrics tell of darkish encounters with local people while the band members are on vacation. For instance, there's an encounter with a group of 4 Jamaicans, and they want the guy's silver necklace. The guy says, "You've got to be joking. It was a present from me mother." Then the Jamaican says, "I like it, I want it, I'll take it off your hands, and you'll be sorry you crossed me. You better understand that you're alone." My God, I really wanted to sing that part to you, but be glad that I didn't. Now, like I said, it became an international hit for them, hitting #1 in the UK, Belgium, the Netherlands, and New Zealand. And apparently it was not a hit in the USA because radio stations did not play reggae, at least at the time. Dumbasses. And there's also a really cool music video for this song, but it was filmed in England. It was not filmed in Jamaica. It's still worth a watch, though. It's on YouTube. Now, there is a rumor regarding the band's name, 10cc, and it's a bit off color, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I will let you do your own digging to find out about it. Now, per the band members, it is untrue, but who knows? So be sure to check out the playlist. Yeah, great playlist. Hope you're enjoying it. And now a word from our sponsor. I'll be right back. Well, howdy, y'all. This here's Billy Ray Bubba talking at you again from Scratch Ankle, Alabama. Now, you may remember I had a used car lot that didn't do so well. So I turned to making and selling some good old moonshine. And that lasted for about 6 months, and the feds got to me. I think my ex-wife, Ellie Mae, may have dropped a dime on me. Yeah, bitch. Anywho, I am now on parole from the Atmore Federal Pen and back doing business in Scratch Ankle. Boy, it's good to be back home. Now, I picked up where I left off with used car sales, and I'm back in the alleyway behind Piggly Wiggly. But I'll say that after Ellie Mae left me, I figured I needed to sell some better used cars. So I got 3 cars right now and a moped. Now here's a 1975 Volkswagen Rabbit in fair condition. Now it's brown and red. It's a hatchback. Although the brown stuff, yeah, that might be rust. Yeah. However, it drives real nice, but you have to use the emergency brake if you need to slow down or stop. Now, I also have a 1975 AMC Pacer, and it's just like the one that Wayne and Garth drove in the movie Wayne's World. Hell, I tell you what, if you buy it, I'll throw in a certificate that says it is the same car. But my pride and joy is this 1979 Ford LTD Country Squire station wagon. It's pea green with fake wood paneling, and it looks just like that car that Clark Griswold drove across the country in the movie National Lampoon's Vacation. Hell, I tell you, if you buy it, I'll throw in a certificate that says it's the same car. And finally, this moped, it's in really good shape, but you got to run beside it to get it started, and then you have to hop on. No big deal if you run fast. Poor old Maynard Ray, though, he ran too fast. He got a little bit run over. He's okay. Now, to celebrate my parole, I'm knocking a whole $15 off the price of my entire inventory. So come on down to see these fine cars and drive away with a big grin on your face. This has been Billy Ray Bubba, and I'm saying I hope to see you soon. Bye. And we're back. Movie. Today, I think I would like to discuss with you, instead of a movie, an actor. Actor. How about Willem Dafoe? You guys probably know Willem Dafoe. He is an American actor born in Wisconsin in 1955. And this guy has one of the most distinctive faces in the film industry, along with Christopher Walken. His work is prolific, and the roles that he plays are very diverse, but primarily that of a bad guy. That's kind of what he's got the face for. Now, his movies, they're both mainstream and art house. He has been in 136 movies, 3 television series, and 12 stage plays. He's also had 4 Academy Award nominations, and he has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, the first movie I ever saw him in was To Live and Die in L.A., in which he plays a counterfeiter. Now, this is a very good movie, and it's got a soundtrack by Wang Chung. But his big breakout movie was Platoon, in which he plays a platoon leader in the Vietnam War. Now, this movie was written and directed by Oliver Stone, and it's based on his experiences as an infantryman in Vietnam. Now, Willem also played Jesus Christ in the controversial film The Last Temptation of Christ. And it's controversial because it depicts Christ with various forms of temptation, including lust. I recall when this movie came out, when it hit the theaters, there were protests basically across the nation by groups of Christians. But to me, this shows Willem's commitment to his art and his willingness to portray whomever he damn well pleases. Yeah. Also, you may have recently seen him in the movie John Wick. He plays a sniper, and he's one of Wick's old friends. The film does not end well for Willem Dafoe's character, and his death scene is very well played and quite extraordinary. Now, he has worked with some of the most renowned directors, including Paul Schrader, Oliver Stone, Wes Anderson, Robert Eggers, David Lynch, and William Friedkin. Yeah, that's a good group of directors right there. Now, in addition to his aforementioned films, you may be familiar with these: The Boondock Saints, American Psycho, Spider-Man, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Nosferatu, and The Lighthouse. But if you look real closely at some of the other films that you've seen, you may see his face, knowingly or unknowingly. Now, he currently lives with his wife in Italy because she's Italian when he's not on set. There in Italy, he owns an alpaca farm. And he is an everyman that gives large donations to charity, saying that he doesn't need the money and actors are overpaid. Now, if you haven't seen the movie Boondock Saints, I recommend it. It's a cult classic in which he plays a gay FBI agent. Now, it also stars Norman Reed of the Walking Dead shows, and it's currently streaming on Prime Video, Peacock, Pluto TV, and the Roku channel, and Tubi. You know, a lot of ways to watch it. Just tell them Daryl sent you. Appreciate it. Okay, word of the week. It's actually two words. Alpha privative. Alpha privative. And it's a prefix. It's either an A or an AN. And when placed before a certain root words, it creates an antonym of that word. For instance, atypical, amoral, anesthesia, apathetic, afebrile. Afebrile, that's a good one. My doctor actually said that to me one time after I was recovering from the flu. He said, well, at least you're afebrile now, Daryl. And yeah, that's a pretty cool word. Alpha privative. It's a prefix. Joke of the week. Joke of the week. A dragon would never explode, but a dino might. Yeah. See what I did there? So last week, the question of the week was, what is the highest point on Earth? And I'm sure you guys said, duh, Mount Everest. Well, Mount Everest is 29,000 feet or 9,000 meters high, right? Yeah, it's up there. But there's a mountain in Hawaii, Mauna Kea, and it's a dormant volcano, and its peak is 33,000 feet from its underwater base. So that's 4,000 feet higher than Mount Everest, measuring from the base of the volcano. And again, thanks to Kenzie, I have learned that Mount Chimborazo, 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 in Ecuador is taller than Everest by 2,000 meters because it is the point on Earth furthest from the planet's center due to the Earth's equatorial bulge. Basically, it's closer to the sun and other stars than Mount Everest. Now, the Earth's equatorial bulge, pardon me if I use a little Google here, it's the slight outward curve around the equator, making the planet wider there than between the poles, and is caused by the centrifugal force from its rotation counteracting gravity. This results in the Earth being an oblate spheroid, flattened at the poles, bulging at the equator. And it gives it a diameter of about 27 miles, 43 kilometers. Now, this bulge affects gravity, making it slightly weaker at the equator, and influences satellite orbits, making the equator a good spot for space launches. What do you think of that? It just seems that all my questions, they end up with some crazy shit, but some cool shit as well, right? Okay. New question of the week. What percentage of the world's population does not use or rely on toilet paper? What percentage of the world's population does not use or rely on toilet paper? We'll discuss the answer to that during the next episode. Thought of the week. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. Now, this is a quote from Grant Allen that was popularized by his contemporary, Mark Twain. And basically, schooling is formal instruction, whereas education is about wisdom, critical thinking, and personal growth. I never let my schooling interfere with my education. I really like that. Okay, so don't forget about the playlist I have floating out there, which accompany this great podcast. I really hope you're listening to it, and I really hope you're enjoying it. And a few more episodes, I think I'll be putting out playlist season 2, but not yet. As a reminder, you can contact me by clicking on the send me a text button in the episodes or directly at bfodpodcast@gmail.com. Be great to hear from you. Also, don't forget, because I won't let you forget, that this podcast has an option for you to support my show. You just click one or two little buttons and you can support this show. You'll end up sending me a couple of dollars a month, but hey, it would be great. If you decide not to, that's fine. That's great as well. Just want to keep you informed. Well, I guess that's it for this show. I hope that you enjoyed it. I want to thank you, my constant listeners, and my new listeners. If you're new to the show, it's good to have you. If you're old to the show, it's great to have you. So keep tuning in, please. And I will be talking to you next time. Bye for now.